Yes, web feet. Hi, everyone. Yes, this is the first page or the second page of a book. It's 400 pages. Maybe I glued a few of the pages together, so it's about, well, it's still 400. It's 450 pages. And I took the whole book, it's the old book, and making it into a war and peace book. A war and peace. It's very interesting. And I've been following the different wars, different situations, and putting words, drawings, and graffiti. And it's just a very emotional rant about war. What is war and what is peace? And I'm going to ask everyone here, are you okay? Are you okay in this atmosphere of war? Is this an illusion? Is this an illusion of American progress? War. And every day, the Iran war, the Iran war is becoming more and more dangerous and more involved, more complex. People speak openly of like, maybe this is end times, apocalypse, or it's haram, or it's Amalek. All these things. I mean, everybody's like, is this the end? And is the end times so-called from whatever group of people you belong to or you label it? This is all being engineered. This low vibration insanity is all being engineered to make us fight each other, hate each other. And you gotta ask why. And you have to also ask, has the United States lost its sovereignty, lost its head? Everyone right now on the planet, just about, or a huge percentage, hates Americans. They hate Americans and they hate Israel. Because our economy in the US is crashing. Everywhere else, Asia, all over the Americas, Europe, the economies are crashing, tanking. All due to the fact of the Straits of Hormuz and also the Red Sea. Now you would think that someone who is gearing up for murder and destruction would take into note geography, right? How much of stuff comes out, how much of our energy, our fertilizer, natural gas comes out of the Straits of Hormuz? And why would they go around blocking it, risking when it was fully functional and free and commercial in industry to begin with? This closure has been like a little over 2 months old. And right away, it's going to take many countries at least 2 years plus to recuperate from the damage already done. This war, the Iran war, is already 90 something days. One quarter, or is it, yes, one third, actually one third. No, one quarter, yes, of the time that we've spent now has been devoted to killing, bullying, piracy, destruction. And what is that doing to you, I, and others? We know that it's civil war because people who can't eat, they can't find a job, they can't afford housing. How long can you live in your cardboard box? Not long. Winter's coming. Winter's coming, and it's going to be worse to keep warm than it is to cool off. So we do know disturbances, civil war is coming everywhere. News commentators in the US are calling President Trump the most corrupt president ever. Then you have to listen to the comments that come out daily. One way is one way, north. The next day, the same thing is south. The next day, it's west. And we're talking about the same thing. Is Iran going to make a deal? No, they're not going to make a deal on your terms just because you're murdering, plundering, and destroying. That's what a taste of war, a taste for war. Wanting what you can't have, wanting what you shouldn't have. Not that way. Not piracy, not by killing. What happened to make America great? Make America great. Remember that? Make America great. By what? War, piracy, killing, blood sacrifices, grief, fear. Is this how we make a country feel great? Why is the U.S. so violent? Violent. Just about every year since its conception, it has been in a state of war. Was the United States geared to be a reimagined reincarnation of Sparta, of ancient Sparta? You wouldn't think that looking at the people, the American people, when they have to have their safe zones in schools, when they are obese, when they worry about their genitalia instead of worrying about their mental minds, educating, knowledge. And you hear the president going, you don't need to go to college. Yeah, but you can learn a trade. But how many of his sons have learned a trade other than just shifting, floating money from one place to another? It takes a lot of sweat, doesn't it? One thing we're learning from this Iran war, great empires, not even great, empires come and go, but great civilizations are forever. And we are attacking, the United States and Israel are attacking Iran. And it's not the only one. The Persian, well, Iran being the Persian civilization. But we're not only on the Middle East, we're also in the Americas, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, Greenland. When is it going to stop? Is this, you can just feel the blood oozing out of the foreign policy. And what are we learning? What are we learning? Violence makes right? You know, there was even on cable TV, or regular TV, they have ads for feeding America. It used to be feeding the people in Africa, Asia, but no. Now it's feeding America. What does that say? And what do they flash signs? Food prices are too high, no food, hungry, all ages, all looks. War and peace. This is the bonus we get from war. We get low vibration demonic energy, first of all, which infuses anyone who accepts this state without a consciousness and without morality. And we also get our bodies are weakened because of lack of food, lack of peace, lack of everything, lack of a growing economy. United States, no country is better than the other. No person is better than the other, regardless of their asset. So, this is why we are going to be doing a lot on this state of war because things aren't simmering. There's no deal going to be made. There's no way the Persian civilization will say, I give up. Make me your slave. Make me your Nimrod. Make me your rug. Take all my wealth. Take everything. Manage it for me because I have the brains of an amoeba. No. The war is here. The war is here. And who started it with what strategy? And who was pulling the strings? Since when does the Americas pay attention to another part 6, 7 thousands of miles away, when right here in the own homeland, the own, to use a German phrase, an old 1940 phrase, homeland, right now in America's home, there are people who need to feel they belong. They need to feel that there is some kind of dream other than shedding their blood. For people that they cannot pronounce their names, for a land or city or space they cannot pronounce. They don't know even, most people, Americans don't even know geography. They're learning. They're learning. And once that core of knowledge is put into fertile grounds, even if it's tainted with the substance, liquid substance of blood, it's never forgotten. It's never forgotten. Let us stop listening to the demons. But right now, the demons are shouting, screaming, screaming. So the taste for war is what we have right now until we say no. But right now, blood, destruction, war is what we have.